Imagine browsing your favorite site, leaving a comment, and unknowingly triggering a hidden piece of code that steals your data or hijacks your account. This isn't sci-fi, it's a real cyber attack called cross-site scripting, or XSS. XSS lets attackers inject malicious scripts into trusted websites, running right in your browser. Your browser can't tell the difference, so it just follows the instructions, sometimes sending your info to hackers or redirecting you to fake pages. XSS is dangerous because it abuses the trust you have in familiar sites. In this video, we'll break down how XSS works, the different types, how ethical hackers find these flaws, and, most importantly, how to defend against them. Let's dive in. XSS comes in three main flavors, each with its own tricks. First, stored XS. An attacker sneaks a malicious script into a website's database, like a comment or profile. Every visitor to that page runs the attacker's code, risking their data. It's persistent, waiting for new victims until it's removed. Next, reflected XSS. Here the attacker crafts a special link with a script in the URL. When you click it, the site reflects the script back in the page and your browser runs it. This attack only affects those who click the malicious link. Finally, DOM-based XSS. This one happens entirely in your browser. The attacker manipulates the page using JavaScript and data from the URL or user input, causing the browser to execute their code without the server ever knowing. For example, a site might use JavaScript to display a welcome message based on the URL. If it doesn't handle input safely, an attacker can inject code right into the page. DOM-based XSS is tricky to detect because the server never sees the attack. To recap, stored XSS is a landmine in the database, reflected XSS is a trap in a link, and DOM-based XSS is a stealth attack in your browser. Understanding these types is key to defending your site. Each one exploits how websites handle user input and display it back to you. Attackers are creative. They'll use any input field, URL, or scriptable feature to get their code running. That's why XSS is so persistent and dangerous. But knowing the differences helps you spot and stop them. Whether you're a developer or just a user, awareness is your first defense. Next, let's see how ethical hackers hunt down these vulnerabilities. The more you know about how XSS works, the safer you'll be. Let's keep going. So, how do ethical hackers find XSS? It starts with mapping out every spot where user input appears on a site. Search bars, forms, profile fields, even URL parameters. Any place your data shows up on a page is a potential target. Once you've found these spots, you test them by injecting simple scripts like to see if the site runs your code. If a pop-up appears, you found a vulnerability. But most sites have filters, so hackers get creative, using different tags, encoding tricks, or event handlers like. The goal is to bypass filters and sneak code past defenses. Sometimes you have to encode your payload or use alternate JavaScript events to get around restrictions. After injecting, you check the page's source code and use browser tools to see if your input was modified or executed. If your script is there but didn't run, there might be other protections like content security policy. Ethical hackers repeat this process, probe, analyze, refine until they find a way in or confirm the site is secure. The key is patience and creativity. And remember, always have permission before testing a site. Responsible hackers report flaws so they can be fixed, not exploited. The process is like solving a puzzle. Each site is different, and every vulnerability is a clue. The goal isn't to break things, but to make the web safer for everyone. If you're interested in learning, there are safe legal platforms to practice these skills. The more you understand how XSS is found, the better you can defend against it. Next, let's talk about building your digital fortress. Knowing how attacks work is only half the battle. Let's see how to stop them. Stay sharp. Defense is where you win. Onward. Defending against XSS is all about layers, like building a secure castle. First, input validation. Never trust user input. Only allow data in the format you expect. Reject everything else. Use a whitelist approach. Define what's allowed, block everything else. Next, output encoding. Before displaying user data, convert dangerous characters like into safe versions so browsers show them as text, not code. This neutralizes most attacks, even if bad input slips through. Always encode user data before it hits the page. Third, content security policy, CSP. Set strict rules for what scripts can run and where resources can load from. CSP blocks unauthorized scripts. Even if an attacker injects code, the browser won't run it if it's not from an approved source. Fourth, HTTP-only cookies. Mark session cookies as HTTP-only so JavaScript can't access them. even if XSS succeeds. This protects your login sessions from being stolen. Fifth, use secure frameworks and libraries. Modern frameworks like React, Angular, and Vue automatically encode data and help prevent XSS. Use trusted libraries like DOM Purify to sanitize HTML. Don't try to build your own security from scratch. Use tools built by experts. Review input validation keeps bad data out. Output encoding disarms threats. CSP enforces strict rules. HTTP-only cookies protect your sessions. And secure frameworks add another layer. Together, these defenses make XSS attacks much harder. Security is about layers, no single fix is enough. Regularly update your tools and stay informed about new threats. Test your site for vulnerabilities and patch them fast. If you're a user, keep your browser updated and be cautious with suspicious links. Developers, make security a habit, not an afterthought. The web is safer when everyone does their part. XSS is sneaky, but with the right defenses you can stop it cold. Build your digital fortress one layer at a time. Stay vigilant and don't let your guard down. The best defense is a proactive one. Now let's wrap up with how you can practice these skills safely. Knowledge is power. Use it wisely. Let's finish strong. Want to practice XSS skills safely? Try PortSwigger Web Security Academy or Damn Vulnerable Web App. Both are legal, hands-on labs for learning. Always get permission before testing any real site. Ethical hacking means protecting, not harming. Use your knowledge to build safer websites and help others stay secure. Thanks for joining me on this XSS deep dive.